Now moving on to the application of Colles-Roche law. Since you have understood the meaning of Colles-Roche law, children, you will be able to easily apply it to the various calculations. So the first calculation is to find the molar conductivity at infinite dilution for weak electrolyte. This is the main purpose for which the Colles-Roche law was given. Since for weak electrolyte, experimentally it was not possible to find out the limiting molar conductivity. Therefore, this law was given in order to make our work easy. So, to make you understand this, I have taken a simple example of acetic acid here. The question will be asked in this form only. So, please pay attention to this. In this question, children, what we have to do? We have to find out the limiting molar conductivity of acetic acid. And these are the limiting molar conductivity values of some strong electrolytes which will be given in the question, as in this case. So, KCl is given, potassium acetate is given, and HCl is given. From these given values, you will be reaching to this value. Now, what should be the first step? Now, in this case, children, the first step of the solution is to write down the Colles-Roche law statement mathematically for the electrolyte for which you want to find out the limiting molar conductivity value. As in this case, it is acetic acid. So, I have mentioned the dissociation reaction in terms of cation and anion for acetic acid, which is very simple. I feel every one of you can do it in class 12. So, acetic acid dissociates to give acetate ion and H plus ion as mentioned here. Now, the rest of the strong electrolytes are, first is KCl. KCl will dissociate to give K plus and Cl minus, and potassium acetate will dissociate to give acetate ion and K plus. I have simply written these electrolytic dissociation in accordance to Colles-Roche law in terms of their limiting molar conductivity values. And the third one which is given is HCl, and the HCl will dissociate to give H plus and Cl minus. Now you have to think of the solution that with the help of these data, how can you reach to this equation? So here you can recall the knowledge of chapter thermodynamics from class 11. We have done the numericals based on this concept in Born-Haber cycle and Hess law already in class 11. It also includes the same methodology, children. Now, first of all, analyze the anion and the cation that you want to have in this equation. And since in this question you want acetate ion and H plus ion, and those two ions are available in equation 2 and 3. So what you will do, first of all, you will add these two equations, that is equation 2 and equation 3. But what about these two extra ions? Well, you want to get rid of these two extra ions. So what will you do? You will be subtracting the sum of equation 2 and 3. From the sum of equation 2 and 3, you will subtract equation 1. So it will be done like this. You can see here I have summed up equation 2 and 3 and have subtracted equation 1. I have just mentioned the ionic components. So when you add these two and subtract equation 1, K plus will get cancelled off with this K plus, since the signs are different, and Cl minus will get cancelled off with this Cl minus. So in the final equation you will have only acetate ion and H plus ion, which is our requirement. So finally you will reach to the answer. So what you have to do, whatever value is given for these equation, if for example suppose for this equation the value is given is x, and for this equation the value given is some y, and for this equation the value given is z. So what will you get in the final stage? You will get the equation as y plus z minus x, and on evaluating this you will reach to the final answer. Now to understand it better, I have taken another example with values. So this is an example from your NCERT book. In this question, limiting molar conductivity values of NaCl, HCl and sodium acetate is given, and you have to find out the limiting molar conductivity of HAC, that is acetic acid. Don't get confused with this term AC. AC is the short form or the abbreviated form used for acetate ion. So here it is CH3COOH and here it is CH3COONA. So we will be using it as acetate ion only, and you have to reach to this equation. So again, what will you do? First of all, you'll write the dissociation of all the electrolytes mentioned here, but beginning with the one which you want to calculate. So you have to reach to acetic acid. So I have written the dissociation of acetic acid as acetate ion and H plus ion. And similarly for NaCl, for sodium acetate, for HCl, all the dissociation with respect to Colles-Roche law is mentioned here. Please try to do it on your own, children, and then you can tally it with the videos. And as you can see in the question, we have the values also with us for NaCl, for HCl and for NaAC, that is sodium acetate. So again, just analyze the equations mentioned here. You want to have only acetate ion and H plus ion in the equation. So you will first of all sum up equation 2 and 3 to have these two ions together. But to get rid of these extra ions, what can you do? You can subtract equation 1. So this is what I have done. I have added equation 2 and 3, and to get rid of the extra ions, I have subtracted the sum of these two equations. I have subtracted equation 1 from sum of these two equations. Now, instead of substituting the values of the ions again, I have simply substituted the values of molar conductivity given in the question. So, for equation 2, the molar conductivity is 91 Simon centimeter square per mole, and equation 2 is 425.9 Simon centimeter square per mole. And for equation 3 it is 126.4. So by simply substituting the values given, you will get the final answer as the limiting molar conductivity value of acetic acid. So it is very simple, children. You simply need to analyze the ions that you have, and you have to solve these equations accordingly. And according to the equations that you are using here, you will substitute the values also. So I hope this is clear. Try some more questions from your book NCERT, and any reference book if you have. And in case of any problem, children, always feel free to contact your teacher. Thank you. Have a nice day.